Hey friends, this is Wendy with Love and Stampin'. I am excited you're here with me today. We are going to be making a super cute card with some new goodies from Mama Elephant and some lights from Pear Blossom Press. So this video is actually not my normal Pear Blossom Press video. That I'll have another one coming out later in October. But when I saw this stamp set from Mama Elephant, all I could think about was making a cute little light up card scene. So I'm going to use my Zig Clean Real Brush markers here because I haven't used those in forever. I've got a beautiful piece of vellum from Pear Blossom Press. They have a whole pack of vellum that's really cool. And I'm using that cool Hip to Be Square die. And then to ink up all my images, I'm using Altenews Obsidian Black ink. I do get asked a lot what my favorite black inks are. I actually have different ones that I like for different things. This Altenews ink is fantastic if you want to watercolor or use anything water-based because it's pigment-based. It won't smear or run. So I'm inking up and I'm stamping on Bristol Smooth cardstock. So Bristol Smooth cardstock is my very favorite cardstock to use for Zig Clean clear brush markers because the water moves around really well. The paper takes water really well, but it doesn't like warp or peel or anything like that. I guess I should say pill. It's, you know, when it pills up and it gets those little beady things. So here I'm using a silver brush and I'm going in with my Zig Clean clear brushes and I'm just adding my color, and then I'm going in with my clean water and just moving that color around. This is actually one of my very favorite ways to, watercolor. I just haven't done this in a really long time and I don't even really know why. On these little ghosts, I'm just adding a little bit of gray because I do want them to have some shadow. And then the rest of the items, I'm just going in and adding beautiful colors. Here I'm using like a navy blue and a purple, and then I decided that purple needed to be a little darker, and I've got a little yellow moon and yellow stars. And basically that's all I'm doing is just adding little bits of color and then going in with clean water and dragging that color out to reduce the pigment in other areas and make it look like shadows. And this is a really fun technique. Before I get too far into this video, I just want to say there are links for all of the products that I'm using today in the description below the video. If you click on the little button that says more, there's two links. There's one that says supply list and there's another link that says blog post. Both links will take you to the supplies. The blog post will also have photos, the video, and a little write-up about the card. Okay, so why did I make this card? First of all, because I think we are all ready for fall. Am I right? I mean, I am a summer girl through and through, and this is probably the first time you've ever heard me in over a decade say I'm ready for fall, because I don't like winter. And for me, fall is a precursor to winter. So I like fall, but that just like lets me know winter is coming. And if you've watched my videos for any length of time, if you're new here, welcome. But if you're not new here, you already know all of this about me, that I dread winter. I kind of get the winter blues. And I don't even live in a really cold, difficult area to live in as far as weather is concerned. I live in Northern California. So actually my weather is pretty nice in the winter most of the time. We can get pretty cold. The coldest I've ever seen it here in the winter is 17 degrees Fahrenheit, which for us is very cold. And, but yeah, mostly I don't like the short days. I don't like the gloom and the rain. My ideal winter is like a few days of rain so I can enjoy it, and then the sun comes out and it warms up a little bit. And some winters that happens here, but it doesn't seem like that's happened in a long time. So anyway, I was ready to make a little fall card, and I saw these dies and stamp set from Mama Elephant. I absolutely love Mama Elephant's stuff. It's so cute. It's always got these adorable little characters, adorable little animals, and I just love it. Here I am adding a piece of vellum to the back of that Hip to Be Square die. And then I started by thinking I could use a one light to light up this whole area and realized that just wasn't going to work. So I kind of just abandoned that and went to decorating the front of this as I thought about what I was going to do for my lights. So basically my idea with this card is I just kind of wanted like a nighttime scene, like background with like lights behind it. Wasn't trying to light up the house. I just wanted like this kind of glowy feel behind the ghosts and behind the house, and I think I accomplished that. Unfortunately, at the time of recording this video, it was very bright daylight out, and most of my videos are filmed with natural light. So what happened is, even when I turned off the lights I had in my studio, you still really can't see the light up that well, but it's really cute. And that dark blue vellum makes it feel kind of more eerie and more nighttime-ish. So let's talk about the lights really quick. Now, the great thing about these lights is they're nice and thin and slender, so you can hide them well behind stamps and dies. So the house die cut is where I'm going to hide this light, and then I'm going to stamp my sentiment on the bottom of this piece of cardstock, and then the hip to be square die cut is where I'm going to put my light. So I have to put this down on top of my layer of cardstock so that I know where to stamp my sentiment. So that's what this is for. I am using my embossing tool from, this is the Cottontail Embossing Buddy, I think is what it's called, or Cottontail Embossing Powder Tool. It's from the Rabbit Hole Designs. It is my very favorite embossing powder tool. It is hypoallergenic, so it doesn't like make you sneeze or anything. And it's just great because you can refill it. The biggest thing is don't touch the brush, because we have oil on our hands and then that gets onto the brush and then it can kind of clog things up. So here I'm using the brush. I had just pumped it, so there was kind of excess powder that came out. And this prevents my embossing powder from sticking to the cardstock. And then I'm going to use white ink from Honeybee, and I'm going to stamp this down a couple of times and then use white embossing powder from Hero Arts. Yeah, Hero Arts. And then I'll heat set this. So anyway, back to the reason I'm using the stamp set. Halloween, fall, it's coming. But also, Mama Elephant is doing a guest design team call. So I don't really even know what it all entails. I just know I would love to be on Mama Elephant's design team. Maybe not fully, but just like as a guest designer. I think that would be super fun. And I would really love the opportunity to do that. So I thought, well, I better make a few cards using Mama Elephant so that they can see that I love their product, and they can also see if I have enough talent to be on their design team, I guess. I have no idea if I'll get a spot or not, but I thought I would throw my hat in the ring and try. So if you are a card maker and you want to try to get on their design team, I would suggest making a card by August 24th and posting it on social media and tagging them, because that's what their website says to do. So also make sure you check their website. Don't just take my word for it. So here I'm just using Scotch tape to tape down all my lights in the position that I want them in and see where it's going to light everything up. Scotch tape is my go-to for the lights for Pear Blossom Press. And then I'm going to use the most wonderful, amazing foam tape in the world. This foam tape is a little thicker than normal foam tape, but the very best thing about this foam tape is it's repositionable. So up to 24 hours, you can pull this apart and reposition it, which I think is absolutely brilliant. So that is from Pear Blossom Press, and I will link to that in the supply list. So everything is pretty much anchored down here. I noticed that I was having a little bit of a hard time pressing my button, so I cut away some of that foam tape, and here's a perfect example of how easy it comes up. Until it really sets up, it will move for you, which is fantastic when you're making an interactive card, because, you know, we don't always get things in the perfect right spot every time. So again, here you can't see as well as I would like you to the light up. I'm going to even go shut some lights off. I do have a couple of studio lights that I have on, but they don't make a huge difference. You'll see. Okay, now they're off. And so I'm going to use my precision glue press here to glue this down. And then I'll light it up for you a couple more times. So pretty much that's the card. We're going to add a few gems from Pajama Crafter stamps that are gorgeous. And again, link to those below as well. So if you want to pick up any of these items, you can use my links below. They are affiliate links. Some people are confused by affiliate links, and I do have a video coming out soon talking about them just a little bit because there's a few things that are a little bit confusing about it. And so basically, when you use somebody's affiliate link, all you're doing is giving them credit for the fact that they inspired you to purchase the item. That's all. And they get a small commission off of you purchasing with their link. But there are some little tricks about affiliate links. Like if you click one of my links below and you go to a new website and it asks you to accept the cookies, that's a new thing, on websites. If you don't accept the cookies, I won't get credit. And that's for anybody, for all crafters. And I didn't know that. So we're going to have a video where we address some of that stuff, but I just thought I'd share that with you. So there's all my beautiful rhinestones. I've just shut my lights off because I'm attempting to show you this. You can see the difference there. I'm attempting to show you this all lit up. You still really can't see it that well once I light it up, but I tried. And that's the important thing, right? Look, I even cover it to try to make you so you can see how much it glows. It's really cool and pretty. There you go. That's a little better. But it's fun because it just kind of lights up behind these little ghosts, and it's not super bright because that vellum is dark, but it's so cute. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions for me, drop them in the comments below. If you want to see either of the videos I have, you can click either one you see here on the screen and subscribe to my channel. And I hope you come back and visit me soon. I'll talk to you real soon. Bye-bye.